We're gonna be replying to them. Just a second. I'm checking if we are live.
No problems.
And yep. Yeah, perfect. We are live. Awesome. So, welcome to everyone. Anatoliy is here, and today I have wonderful guest in our live stream, and he is one of our existing clients. His name is Thomas Tran, and he actually based in Australia. And the thing is that he joined us like a while ago. Actually, for now it's already over 4 months. Thomas will correct me if I'm wrong. And like he really joined us. We tested out some products, and we were able in a couple of months scale winning product for him in over $100,000. So far, it's 129 or 130. As for today, I will go to the dashboard and I'll show you as always on the camera to let you know that both of us are like real people. And I'm really excited to speak to him today because he has his own understanding and viewpoints of the journey. And really, Thomas, excited to have you here. How you doing here so
Yeah,
far?
things are good. Things are good. Thanks for having me on. Yes, I joined late December last year, so it has been nearly 4 months.
Yeah. Exactly. So December, and we find out the product. It was middle of February.
Yeah.
So 2 months of testing. Yeah. Let's start from the beginning. Just share with audience like what you're doing in general in life. I mean, why have you decided to jump into the e-commerce? Is it first experience for you and so on? Let's go from that side. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
Cool. I think so. In the daytime, I'm a salesperson for a software company. And then I guess at night, because the time zones
Amazing.
match up, doing e-commerce and drop shipping with you guys. So have my hands pretty full. Not my first, I think my first kind of online money making experience was back when I was a child, trying to make money to play games and pay for video games. So I did a lot of graphics designs for people, and I sold that on forums and things like that. And then I went on to try affiliate marketing. Then I tried social media marketing agency. So quite a
Mm-hmm.
few different things that I tried out by myself.
Oh, by
Um,
yourself. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
What social medias? Facebook or something else?
Yeah, so I started with social media just on Instagram posts, daily posts for people. I try to do a bit of SEO work for people as well. I wasn't very good at it, so eventually I had to, find freelancers to help me out. But I think from there, I really looking at the whole business. So you have like the marketing, the finance, accounting, the actual fulfillment of services, all of those elements. I only really like the sales side of things and talking to the customers. And the business wasn't doing that well. I mean, I spent a lot of hours, I wasn't making a lot of money. Um, so I decided to, put that entrepreneurship dream on hold for a bit, and I got a full time job. And since then, I've just been working full time and really comfortable with that until the pandemic happened. And I
Mm-hmm.
decided that I needed, another source of income, especially now that I'm working from home. I've got more time now. Um, and yeah, inspired by a lot of Instagram ads. This is my third or fourth drop shipping agency that I've tried, and
Mm-hmm.
the only one that's actually gotten me any revenue or any sales. So, really happy with that because I've lost a lot of money previously.
I completely understand what you mean, and first of all, I do appreciate like that. You're saying that we were able to deliver one of three agencies we were able to deliver, and actually, I'm really grateful for that. For me, it's very important to hear that we have really many cases when people are joining us. Well, oh my God, I was like cheated, I was scammed, or I was using the agency the XYZ, and it doesn't mean that other agencies are bad. There is no 100% success rate, but what's the important in my opinion as a client of other agencies for other stuff, as a client of the coaches, and have been done in several masterminds, that something really could be great but not working for you. So what is the point? You have to learn the lesson and move on. Learn the lesson, move on. And it's fine, because until you find out what's working. And so far on the step number 3, on the testing number 3, you find out what's working for you, which is awesome. I mean, it's I'm grateful that it's us. I'm grateful that we're able to deliver, and we're gonna be scaled it further. So far with Thomas, we made over 129, 130K. So again, we'll show the dashboard. The profitability was as well good on March. We scaled to over 100K in March, yeah, the biggest months. And April so far, it's lower because we will discuss these things, what was there, why fluctuations could be happening, especially on e-commerce advertising ads. So we will be explaining what was happening. And the thing is that I'm really grateful that so many cases like this happening when people come into us and they get in this kind of luck. And I'm amazingly proud of my team. I'm amazingly proud of the clients like you, Thomas, who really not quitting, who deciding to give another shot and another shot until they find it out. And you return your investments not only with us, you return your investments from the past experience as well, because you didn't quit. You're now able to return and start finally making profit from e-commerce. I love it. And this is only this kind of mindset, only this kind of mentality will win. And you're on that level. So I love to hear that. Amazing, bro. And about the sales experience, first of all, I love that. Like, I love sales. I like, all my background is sales, and I really, if I would be working on someone, most probably it will be only sales. Not most probably, for sure, it will be business development, sales, 100%. And especially nowadays with these kind of possibilities, doing online all the sales for everyone. If you guys want to make it extra 10K a month, definitely sales position. It's easiest way to make it happen by selling someone else products. What kind of products, by the way, are you introducing to the people?
Yeah, it's a
What?
software for law firms. A lot of
Yeah, software, but what kind of?
for law firms. So law firms would technically, old school, use pen and paper to write down your notes when you come in, you want to buy a house. But with the company that I'm working for, a lot of that is automated, so it's saving them time. All of the data is secure. It just makes it easier for the lawyer and for yourself.
Amazing, cool. And as well, you were saying that you had your own entrepreneurship journey, so you know all the struggles behind which is could happen. I mean, in terms of the business owner, so perspective. And now you move just in the direction, not even entrepreneurship. You move in direction like you are the employer in your team member in other company, but you are as well investor for getting the extra passive income. I mean, it's not 100% passive, but still, like, you're doing less. You're just finding out the team where you become an SEO, co-founder of your company, and like people with the experience who done that several times are just working for you, and like until it's profitable and just scale it. That. So that's I would say, like, it's really smart decision from your end to make it happen. So well done, man. Like, not everyone wants to be this kind of entrepreneurs, because I would tell you from my perspective, I'm as well like investor on different spots, but the business owner, it's really huge pressure. The business owner is really on sleepless nights. It's always overthinking about the future and so on. Not everyone needs that, not everyone wants that. It doesn't mean that someone is bad or not good enough. It's just like like different points of view and what's people really needed. I'm enjoying the process. I'm in love with that. That's why, like, that's why this is what I'm doing. That's why I'm like can lose maybe a bit of my health or whatever, having stress, just because it is who I am and what I'm doing. But on your end, I got you learned the lesson and you decide to go this way. Awesome, man. Do you have any kind of other journeys on the creating the passive income on other directions, or e-commerce is the first one?
Yeah, so I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is probably part of the journey as well, part of the inspiration for getting here as well. So bit of real estate, crypto, stocks. In Australia, you have to put part of your income into shares and other safe assets like bonds and stuff like that. So I've got exposure to those different areas as well. But yeah, as you said, I think part of the entrepreneurship journey is finding the resources and trying to make money while you sleep, because if you sacrifice your health forever, it's going to be a time when you have to pay that back.
Yeah, great words, man. Okay, awesome. So, end of December, you decide to give a shot. Especially, it was your third third agency to go with. I'm wondering, how hard for you was make a decision, because like you tested unsuccessfully two previous agencies and decided to join us. So how hard it was for you to make this decision, and what was the trigger to decide to go with us? Just wondering, as a person who was looking on us on Instagram, and like this is from where everything started.
Yeah, so I was looking at a couple of things. So previously, I won't say that they didn't work and or there were scams. The key thing that I was looking for was communication. So somebody who can come up with a vision, or because I don't come from an e-commerce background, I understand, I guess, the drop shipping model, but I don't really understand what actually goes into the business. So a lot of agencies, and I'll give credit to you for this as well, would start out with just, we get a lot of sales. We use Facebook, we use TikTok, but that's pretty much it. And then they just have a list of, yeah, don't worry, we'll connect you to the supplier, we'll connect you to customer support, and we'll handle everything. But I think with you, you really laid out the plan. And we had many conversations over Instagram, just laying out the plan. I had a bunch of questions for you. You weren't trying to sell me, you were just trying to explain the process, how you've done it for other agencies, for other clients before, and that gave me the confidence to do it. So I think I had burnt a lot of money with the previous agencies, so there was a lot of hesitation. But I think you gave me the confidence, not only that drop shipping works as a model, but also you guys were professional enough to be able to communicate a plan, give me the assurance that you've done it before, and you were able to, yeah, just translate that confidence to myself.
Wow, I appreciate for such a deep explanation, and I see another thing. Why one more time? I see the one important thing, which is I'm repeating to my team always, always again and again. It's exactly like what you mentioned, that we are not trying to sell as many people as possible. We are trying to get the right fit people on the board to make sure that we will be able to scale together and work in long. And that's why, like, this kind of conversation which you mentioned, it's about to pre-qualify for you if we are good fit for you, and for us if you're good fit for the company with the right mindset. And the thing is that in this particular case, we are like, you are in the sales process, so you can feel when someone is selling you. Like, sales process is quite similar everywhere, but when you, as especially as a sales person, you can understand when someone just really pushing you to buy, and someone is just trying to deliver you as much clear picture as possible, which is wasn't sweet. I mean, I love to speak about problems, I love to speak about like what this is, what could happen, this is like what can go wrong, this is what I cannot promise you because of that. I mean, because better to explain as much as possible at the beginning, and person will understand that's why he's joining, instead of person was thinking, oh, it's one button click and I'm a millionaire, and after that he's joining and something is going wrong, and in a week we have to say bye to each other, which has happened before. Now we are having this kind of pre-qualification process. So like, I love that it's exactly the life example where a person make this exactly like not even smart, but a reasonable decision to join, after understanding as a salesperson, understanding that it's not a sales speech, it's exactly understanding if we are right fit. That's all. And that's cool. I appreciate for your feedback, bro. And Thomas, tell me please, you join it first 2 months, no winner. We have clients who are first 2 months. We have clients, I won't be lying, we have a couple of clients who are 5 months, no winner. Seriously, 5 months. It's horrible, but it's not in our hands. I mean, in our hands to bring the winner as fast as possible. But if everything 100% would be in our hands, I would be giving winner here and here and here, everywhere first one. But definitely algorithms are there. Sometimes it's treated someone better, someone worse. But average, it's like an average is 3 months to find a winning product. So first 2 months, how was you feeling? Oh my God, another agency won't deliver results, or like, okay, these guys are different because of communication. have you been feeling stressed, or share your feelings in first 2 months without the potential winner?
Yeah, super stressed. It was my third agency without a winner. So in total, that's probably, I'd say, 4 or 5 months where I was just burning money. But what really helped me was, and a client that I referred over to you guys as well. So Michael, Mick, if you're listening, yeah, we're thinking about you. He still hasn't found a winner since he's joined, but he was
Yeah,
also
I'm
with
aware about
me.
it.
Yeah, he was also with me in the two previous agencies. So, we lost money both times, and we, message each other pretty much every day, just supporting each other, say, keep going. So we both have an understanding that it works, and you just got to stick through it. And it's not like, so what's interesting is that, because in sales you have the sales funnel, right? So you start with the top, how many people visit your website, then how many people add to cart, then how many people check out, and then leads to the sales in the end. So even though we weren't getting sales, it was still interesting that we got a lot of people visiting the website at the start, and then a lot of people adding to checkout. Then we changed the product, changed the creative, try different things, and then I just started to see the funnel fill up. And obviously, the more people you get at the top, the more people you get in sales at the end. So that was encouraging, and that's kind of what kept me going for the first 2 months. There were times where I was messaging the team, making sure they weren't scamming me. I was messaging you as well. But yeah, I think we got there in the end.
Yeah, I got like same messages from my team, like, hey, this is what Thomas saying. I said, yeah, I know he's in Instagram saying the same, so let me speak to him. It's normal, I would say. Like, what's the strong things and weak things in e-commerce? The weakest thing in e-commerce, it's tough to survive at the beginning, because when you are building the, like, make repairing the room for the restaurant, you know that, okay, the wall has been fixed, the kitchen equipment has been delivered, so the things are going on, that you are excited that soon we'll serve our first dish and we'll get our first sale. So you like see in the process. In e-commerce, it's everything invisible. I mean, you just see messages from your bank account. Facebook charge you 900, Facebook charge you 300, Facebook charge you 100. Like, oh my God, no other returns, which is difficult to accept these kind of expenses happening without visual attach of the process. And I know that because I remember those feelings back in 2017 for myself. And I was completely broke. I didn't have money to invest. I was investing everything what I was earning. Like, I didn't have breakfast just to save money, a couple of bucks on the Facebook ads. It's like I was sharing that journey a lot on some podcasts. If you wish, you can listen it. But I'm just saying that I know how is that. Like, it's invisible process, which is you don't know what is happening. You cannot ask anyone anything. But now here you have a team. You can ask them and at least get some kind of feedbacks what they are doing on the backstage. Can you tell me? You said about the communication. So uh, to keep going and do not quit, communication did help you out. Is that was one of the point why you decided do not quit before we find the winner? What was the moment where you decide, okay, I have to move forward? But before, like, those 2 months before winner was on the board.
Yeah, so I think communication, and by that I mean explaining the plan, reiterating the plan again and again. The way I think about it is, if I'm new to a job, and I, they don't expect me to perform well in the first 2 months. In the sales role, they give you a small quota for the first month, and they expect you to ramp up slowly, maybe 6 months before you actually are profitable for the business. So I took
Mm-hmm.
that, I guess, kind of perspective into the business as well. Um, and so I was just communicating, and by communicating again, it's Alex and Vlad who are, on the Telegram chat with me pretty much 24/7, even on the weekend. They just explained the process again and again. They said, we've got to run ads so that we can get more people onto the website. If we can get a lot of people on the website, then, and they're not adding the product to the cart, then maybe it's a product problem. But they just kept explaining to me that they didn't really you can't know what the problem is or where the where the issue is. They don't know what to fix until we can get enough tests in to and get enough people in to show why the sales aren't going through. So, and as I said at the start, it was just a very scientific approach from them, a very professional approach from them. They had a lot of confidence in what they were doing, and that gave me the confidence to keep going as well.
Amazing. Appreciate. It's important thing, especially like if it's some of the existing clients as well listening to us who didn't have a winning product yet. That's actually, or so doesn't matter like any kind of who is thinking about journey in e-commerce. I believe then that's why the customer service which we have, like media buyer do not should not speak to the client in general. I mean, media buyer is supposed to work on media buying, but we decide to create such kind of structure just because it's direct transfer to you of the all information, the correct one information as fast as possible. And exactly like this is our rule, 7 days a week. I mean, we have day off for the media buyers, but they working really hard to be always on touch with our clients, which is I'm super grateful for my team for who they are and what they are doing in the way how they are doing. But yes, we were building this kind of structure to help understanding these invisible processes visualize for you, so what's happening, so you at least even without understanding the technical stuff, you understand the logic of what is happening. And by educating you a bit in e-commerce, especially like you have at least some experience, but some people come in with no experience at all, so we are educating the client a bit for that, so that's help you being more persist for the future potential winner. And you haven't quit, you got the winner, and that's the most important. And that's what I'm always saying, we always finding the winner, it's just matter of the time. If you won't quit, winner it will be with you, and it's what is happening to you. And how was the feeling after third agency, that 2 months of testing here, lost money there, and you start seeing couple of k after the 3k a day months through whole months of March? I will open now. How was that feelings on your end?
Yeah, it happened really quickly. So nothing was happening for the first 2 months, as you said. And then I remember getting the first sale. I was just laying in bed. I was complaining to my fiance about, maybe I did get scammed again. And you have to apologize to your partner for, losing all the money again. But then I got the first sale. There was notification through PayPal, and you never forget that one. It's a weird feeling, but like even after the 1,000, 3,000 days, you still remember your first one being the most exciting. So that you know that sparked, I guess, the enthusiasm and the motivation again. And then, as I said, in the space of 2 or 3 weeks, we were scaling up really quickly to, I think, almost 4K of sales per day. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but that had problems as well, because then we had issues sending money to the ad account quickly enough. We had, you know, the bank asking me where do you get all this money from? And then just a lot
Good
of
problems to
questions.
have.
Great problems to have. Great problems to have. And yeah, it was just a mental adjustment from there because it happened so quickly. So yeah, that was the feeling. It was pretty much a blur. On certain days, I had to turn off my phone because I just kept getting notifications. And so now a tip for anybody as well: if you have true profit, I don't even look at the daily profit anymore, because it happens so quickly in e-commerce. You have to look at the month, because you're gonna have good and bad days, but over the month you're gonna see a proper trend.
Exactly, like it's a good point that uh, it's a brilliant point, by the way, brilliant. I have even recorded a short video about it, that if you're going to be looking on your numbers on daily basis, you'll get crazy, because
Yeah.
some days like Mondays could be really completely unprofitable or low profitability, but Saturday, Sunday can be so profitable, so scalable that it will give you all the return of the lost on the previous days in matter of one day. I mean, you can lose one day, second day, but 5 days killing it. You can lose 5 days, but then 2 days you'll be killing it and cover everything. And at the end of the day, you're gonna be analyzing day by day. You're gonna be getting crazy. You're gonna be getting crazy inside of your head. What am I doing? Why am I doing that? Oh my God, it's so stressful. It's really stressful. But when you becoming calm and looking on numbers, okay, yeah, today was bad day. What was the last 7 days? Oh, okay, it's profitable. What was the last 14? It's not profitable. Let's say, what was the last 14 days? Oh, we are profitable. Okay. So when you understanding that you have to look on the different time frames in your business, in your income, actually in the business, because if we are speaking about lost, so it's mostly on the business. And when you're looking on the weekly base, I mean, and this is what I suggest, don't analyze on daily, analyze on weekly, analyze on monthly, and after that analyze on quartal and year. This is how year could be really awesome, but 2 months or 3 months could be really awful. They could be like problems which we are having, which will come now in a couple of minutes about the problems as well, like could happen as well. One of the problems, like sending money to the agency account which you're using, so the delays, and we cannot scale because delays with the receiving the money and so on. That's one of the small pitfalls which is happening to people during the e-commerce journey. Every single business has their own pitfalls, and these kind of pitfalls which is you have to overtake until the process will be completely which is going to be completely optimized, organized for your particular case, and all the transfers going faster now. Everything is on more smooth process, so it just thinks of setup. First thing first, the most, I would say, not even stressful, but the most hardest is defining the winning product. And then you have another steps, which is bring you to six-figure earner. And those kind of steps you have overtake, because sometimes people start making even for 2K, 3K a day, and they quitting because they don't ready for these small problems, which is generating them huge income. And come on, and they like, no, I wasn't expecting that it will be so many problems. Like, it's not a problems. Like, your ad account restricted, it's not a problem. It's just another day or in e-commerce. Let's bring another ad account. That's fine. And people making all that huge overthinking. So let me just share into the audience. February 10th to March 31st, 113,000. And as well, Thomas, I would ask you, like, I will go here and I'll ask you from your side to show the phone as well of this month's sales. So it's the same store. Let me just show it. 19,000 generated this month. So we are on 1K consistent a day. Actually, the first day of the month was 2K, but what was yesterday was 1,000 a day. Yeah. So where is the 19K? Yeah. So we are on the same stage. Yeah, it's the same store. This is Thomas. We made for him this month 19K. Last month it was 95K, and total around 130. And why happened the slowdown of the performance? We won 4K almost a day, and now we are on 1K, which is poor we are like 1K a day. But still, like, it's lower. Obviously, we're feeling like you were feeling down a bit, like, hey guys, is everything fine? Understandable. And this is exactly one thing first: wise transfers. On the beginning of April, we had problems with the receiving money on the agency account. One thing. Second thing, why results have been slowed down. From my perspective, I will share with the audience. Look, if you want to scale consistently and run the business profitably and consistently, you need to test a lot, like seriously, a lot of creatives. That's why our live stream calling, we tested over 100 creatives. It is as it is. You have to test hundreds, even later on thousands of creatives in a year to be consistent. That's the secret of keeping your winner on the board. You can sell the same product again and again over the years by just building huge library of the creatives. And this is exactly what we are doing now. We done it in March, but they start performing, and now we, in the beginning of April, we recorded a bunch of them. And Thomas has the product in his hands as well, and my team asking him for some tasks as well. So, like, recording from different perspectives, making photos, shooting the videos, and all the stuff, it's helping you to be consistent. And then that's what helping us to be consistent on 1K, not lower. And now we're going really on the green side in terms of profitability. And now we're able to scale and continue adding the new creatives to be able staying on the scalable phase longer. Pitfalls are there, but without preparing and making the plan to overtake that, you won't be able to scale. So like creatives like Thomas, how many creatives it's really like we were telling you, so this and this is supposed to be happen, am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, and I was getting more notifications about new Facebook ads and videos being launched than sales. So, and just because of the time zone as well, I'd wake up at 5 or 6 different videos that Alex has launched for me. I went, okay. So I think that's part of the communication as well. A lot of the other agencies, I won't mention names, but if something was to go wrong, they wouldn't tell you and they wouldn't explain it. And as the business owner or the investor, we're not as well versed in media buying or in drop shipping as your team is. So we'd ask you what's going on, and if you can't tell us, then that kind of that loses a lot of confidence from my perspective. But when I was asking Alex, he'd explain quite simply in general terms as well. He doesn't use very technical terms, which allows me to understand, and that just gave me the confidence that he knew what he was doing. Because if you can explain something, then you actually understand it. So Alex is a total pro, and yeah, big highlight is just being able to understand the perspective, why we had to test so many creatives, what was working, what wasn't working. I probably annoyed him with a lot of questions, but he was really helpful.
Amazing. And the thing is about the creatives here that maybe guys are like thinking, oh my God, 1,000 creatives, it's insane how it could be recorded. I will open small secret for everyone. 1,000 creatives could be make it from 30 shoots. 30 unique videos will generate you thousands creatives. That's the thing. How one single creative which you made, one single shot, can generate you 30 different variations, like in the best way, but let's say 10 to 30 one single shot. When you have a lot of these kind of shots, you just mix them together, you just change in first 3 seconds and in middle of the video, like anything, you just change in couple of seconds in the video, it's already unique, it's already different for the algorithms. So by that being said, you don't need too many. I mean, you need it, then more than better, but you can make it unlimited infinity quantity of the different variations of the videos if you continuously recording the new creatives. And this is especially your own, like in this case, like we are already in the UGC side, where our creators are making the different piece of contents. But that's all, that's what you needed, just consistency in the creatives to keep it running, and obviously understanding what you're doing with the ads, the simple structure and strategy of the ad account. Without that, that will be not possible to make that consistency. We have a really strong media buying team with the Jose Torres, which is like Thomas, I know you were talking to him as well, our business partner or consultant, and like the person who is making million a month for several stores, for each of them million a month. I mean, definitely deliver a lot of trust, and you can see on your end the performance. So like I'm not hiding, like obviously we are buying consultants, we are buying the coaching and masterminds. I'm spending multiple 6 figures a year for education of my team, sales team, media buying team, myself, to be better than we were yesterday. And by being Thomas with us, like he will be getting the best of what we got to implement for him. So like we are not the gods, we are learning as a human as well, but we have experience, like since 2017, it's almost 6 years. Wow. It's almost 6 years, time is
Time
flying,
flies.
man. When was your agency, by the way? Which year it was? 2018,
My
19?
social media agency was um well, second year uni, so 2014.
Wow. Well, it's far away. It's a have you even before Tai Lopez courses for SMM? SMM, wow,
Well,
it's
no, Ty Lopez was one of my inspirations for keep going, so he's up
that
there.
was the time. That was the time. Exactly.
Yeah,
Like Tai Lopez, what his name? I forget as well. One of great SMM agency or coaches actually. Ah, forget. I was planning to say fast. By the way, he's from Australia, I guess. Oh, Sam Owens. Sam Owens.
oh Sam, yes,
Uh,
yes.
yeah, well, he was the first after that Lopez, and I'm like, so, like you're from that stage. It's awesome, and I mean, it's far away. In that time I was 2014. I was a waiter. You were alone in the agency. I was the waiter. Yeah,
We're
the
probably
time is
earning the
going.
same amount of money. I wasn't making a lot.
But yeah, it just like sounds great, but at the end, like that's why you decided to go to passive income from the business owner. It's true, man. Like as a business owner, I can tell you, like I'm paying all the salaries to the team members, like all the commissions, all the like whatever has to be paid. But at the end, sometimes there is a months where like everything is amazing and great, like you're like flying the first class and everything awesome. But sometimes there is so awful profitability. It happen. It's a business where like you made couple of expensive purchases like courses or whatever what I just was mentioning, and at the end the month ended and like you have nothing to take home. Like I'm working like one of the hardest guy in the company, like where is the salary? So that's a weakness of the business owners. But yeah, it's like everyone making their own decisions, and passive income way, it's one of the healthiest one if you just have the right mindset and be ready for passion. What's your goal now with e-commerce? Like we are on 6 figures, definitely we're gonna be on the 7 figures. We need just time to convert everything in more winning products and more social media ecosystem. I mean, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, Pinterest, whatever gonna be working for you, for your store. Even SMS email marketing, as I remember, already implemented for you. Now we need just to bring back to 3-4K a day, and after that try to scale to 10K a day. It depends on the product, because your product is scalable, but not that easy as we see. And the most important, keep the profitability. So for me, I would love to understand what's your goal with your store, with e-commerce journey, after you have seen that it's real, it's working.
Yeah. I think even when I first started with you, I messaged you. I said I need 3 different stores earning me at least 3K a day, to get me to that 10K, which gets me to 3.5 million in revenue. Because my understanding was around 10% revenue, 10% profit margin for dropshipping companies is pretty good benchmark. So that gives me what I needed to, I guess, live a good life. So that was the maths behind that. So obviously, starting with you now, realizing that I can do it just with the one store. I don't need 3 different stores. It saves me a lot of headache. And then I think then I would like to eventually build that into a proper brand. Have my logo on the product, nice packaging, everything like that, and then eventually exit, and sell the brand.
Awesome. Also, like, yeah, there is a couple of ways. Continue generating cash flow and prepare for yourself for exit by building a brand, and or flipping, even generating cash flow and flipping the store. So as a drop shipping store without a brand, all it depends of the goals of the client. But in general, like, I love the way how you're thinking, because with such kind of product, definitely the brand could be built easily. But the thing is, with the brand, like, there is much more things has to be done, and we need just generate for you healthy cash flow and profitability for you to be able start investing. We with supplier which you're working with, we can do the white labeling in terms of the brand logo and all the stuff. It's just supposed to be like clearly understandable for yourself, like what you want to see with that product, and then it's going to be just branding stuff as well. Important for having a brand, it's supposed to be, we have to find out the best possible way of making subscription based clients for you, because to make the exit as more expensive as possible, you must have audience which is buying from you again and again on monthly or quarterly basis. And actually with your product, there could be a couple of the ways. One of the way, it's like VIP list in the, like, be one of the first for the new upcoming products, or like we'll get 10% for extra 10% for any kind of purchases in our site, and like they will pay 4.99, 9.99 a month. So this is, by the way, one of the things which we were planning to implement in March. But first thing first, consistency in creatives, and then this is the SMS email marketing ecosystem in terms of the social media platforms. And the third thing, it's really creating the subscription based list where we able to scale that consistently. So you won't be again having any kind of fluctuation. Even if sales are dropped down, your list of subscribers continue generating you sales from like it's per profit almost, and continue generating you sales and giving you extra 25-30% on hands just per profit from like nothing. It's just like your existing list, and this is what's going to give you higher value to sell that brand for the higher price. And by the way, regarding the couple of stores, actually you're right, but on another side, like I was owning my several stores, and that was the giving me room to test it out different directions of the product. It was shoes, it was health, it was general like do it for you at home, like handyman stuff, products. So like the having different stores, it's for testing more different variations of the niches which could work even better. And right now you have super broad, super general, I would be honest guys, electronic niche, nothing else. So we cannot like show up the product, but yeah, electronic niche, and there is so much products could be added, so much products could be winners. And by the way, guarantee, selling the guarantee to people, it's a great upsell. I will double check. We were tested out, but I believe it didn't work well. I need to double check with Alexei, because this is one of the things which is we have to implement as well as a first purchase or email marketing. Like purchase the 2-year guarantee for 14.99, but it's again it's a profit from the air, because like nobody cares about the guarantee. They just want to feel protected, and we will be obviously give them another pair if they will text us. We will give another pair. It's fine, because it's going to be like worth it. So many people just sign up for this. So it's another thing which is I can tell you that steps will be taken for make evaluation higher if you want to be a brand and make it the exit. So this short warm the roadmap what's going to be happening.
Yeah, I think important to note as well, none of the things I said were very short-term goals. They're all very, long-term, 3 or 4 years. Um, I think dropshipping is a great way to get started, and you can see the success very quickly. But building the brand, the customer success that comes with that, the finance side of things, the taxes, all of that, is a very long journey. And I'm thankful for your team for helping out on a lot of those things. The product, the sourcing side, delivery, customer service, that's all taken care of by yourself and the team, which really helps and allows me to, I guess, come up with new ideas and think about the long term.
Awesome. Appreciate for your feedback, man. Seriously, like it's important for me to hear like how is team performing for the when they communicating with you and about making all the processes, because like I'm behind the scene on all the stores for the clients, and like I see all the picture overall, and details like what you're receiving from the guys, ideas and goals. It's what we are actually building them together. But happy to hear that you when you communicating to the guys such kind of feedback. And as well, I would like to add it that dropshipping is the best ever business for generating the cash flow, as you said, to start with. Because I started with no money. It was hard to me. Every single year is going harder and harder. But the thing is, if you started, if you didn't quit, you generate your first cash flow business, which is happening. And then for you, most important to understand how you will be use those money just for living or investing and living from the investments, like Airbnb, real estate, renting, or crypto, whatever you feel, whatever you're going to be doing. But the thing is that drop shipping stores, e-commerce in general, are giving you these possibilities of the cash flow to live on, to reinvest, to do whatever you wish. And then this is how millions of people out there already generate for themselves in the last 10 years passive different ways of income. And background is dropshipping, background is the brand they made the exit. And it's amazing. I really enjoying to be on this industry. I'm proud that we are here, and grateful for Zuckerberg in that time when I started that Zuckerberg was the leader. Now I'm grateful for TikTok to make it happen for us. Really, Thomas, I do appreciate all your feedback and everything what you share on the this call. I would like to ask you just additionally, tell me please, like, what can you recommend for people who want to start their journey, or who already started and suffering? What would you be the biggest recommendation for such kind of people in e-commerce from your end, as you have been there and not even once?
Recommendation. Um, I guess what do people come to you with in terms of problems? Why don't they start, or why do they quit?
Usually because they have wrong expectations that oh, I didn't know that I have to do something, or like some people saying, hey, okay, do it in 2 months. I will come back to you to see what's happening. Like, no, it's not working that way, you know. So wrong expectations, definitely, it's one of the things. And plus for people who are like starting. Like they starting with no budget, and after that just trying to understand why like $5 a day doesn't work for them. Wrong again, it's wrong expectation. It's several of wrong understanding of the process.
Okay. So I think if you don't have a budget, I definitely start myself first. Just try, even if you don't find a winner, you probably still will because there are a lot of resources out there. But then once you start to grow, you'll realize how many people or how many hands you actually need to help you out with things. And then you'll seek somebody like Anatoliy's help. But yeah, make sure you're in a good financial position first. And then in terms of people with the wrong expectations, I think have a chat to Anatoly first. Have a chat to, you can even link my Instagram on the description or whatever. So have a chat to myself, other clients, just to get their experience before you really dive in and have the wrong expectation.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, definitely. Like it makes sense, and especially like if you don't have budget, try to understand by yourself, or even buy like some kind of dropshipping course to understand the process. I mean, to educate yourself, to understand the process, and then it's easier to even do not be fooled, feeling full when someone is selling you uh, like scamming idea, because when you are educated a bit more, you understand it more about what he is saying on the phone, and you can ask additional question, because you know the process. When you completely unknown, people can promise you crypto 1,000% earning in 2 months, and people like, oh, 1,000% earnings from my $300, I will be $300,000 in a month. No, that not working that way even in crypto. So please, like, do not be fool, guys. Unfortunately, it happens. So yeah, by educating yourself when you don't have budget yet, it's important. And then as you said, yeah, hands are there, which is necessary. You If you are right now on like $1,000 $2,000 a day product, and or even 500, and don't know how to scale it, or you have not enough human power because you're in customer service, you're in the fulfillment and everywhere, this is exactly what Thomas said. That's what we are doing. We can automate this process for you and take care of your scaling phase. So really, Thomas, appreciate for being with me on this call. And I wish you a wonderful rest of the day. You're in Australia, I believe it's already quite afternoon. And I was enjoying, seriously. Thank you so much for being
Thanks
with
for your
us.
time as well.
And guys, girls, please, like, listen carefully to people who are going in live streams from our customers, because they are telling you the real experience of e-commerce, not even about our agency, about the e-commerce. Like, they are the same like you. They were just have been patient enough to finally receive something what's working for them, and that's all. Nothing different. Just be patient and believe in the process. Thank you. Have a wonderful